Another problem. I just had some toast, and I have to say toast is the best lazy person food ever. Toast. All right, there's a harvest festival each year on planet Bozone. During that time, most of the Bozone residents sit down to rejoice and eat roast snig. Past history shows that a reasonable price demand equation is P, come here, spotlight, P equals 250 minus 14x. So price demand equation P equals 250 minus 14x, where x is the number of kilograms of snig sold. Alliteration there. X kilograms of snig, and P is the price per kilogram. In the local currency, the bozat. Okay, this problem annoys me because I feel like they always pick these words that are just hard to say and confusing. Snig, bozone, bozat. Ignore all of that. They're just trying to confuse you. Just think about what we know, what we are trying to find out. But I do like that they sit down to a festival. That's very peaceful and that's nice. Question 1, to sell an additional kilogram of snig, how much does the price need to decrease? Okay, there's two things here. To sell an additional kilogram, an additional means +1. And then the question that they're really trying to get us to answer is how much does the price need to decrease? So here I know I'm going to have to compare two things because it's saying how much does the price need to decrease? I'm taking the price before minus the price after. Okay, so let's see where we can start. So P is the price. We don't know that. But I do know, and this is where this is a little tricky, is how much snig was sold. I know X because I'm just going to make up a number and say 1 kilogram of snig was sold. Great. You could pick any number, but 1 is way easier. There's a 14 times X is 1. So now this is just straight math. Remember, order of operations, you always multiply first. 14 times 1 is 14, 250 minus 14. Our price is 236. 250 minus 10 is 240. 240 minus 4 is 36. But I always check with a calculator because, like I said, math is hard. 236. Woot! Now, there's another step that we must take. We know the price for 1 kilogram. But remember here it says to sell an additional kilogram +1. All right, P, I don't know the price when I sell an additional 1. I don't know that, but I do know that we are now going to sell 2 kilograms of snig. Why is it 2? Remember, we're selling an additional 1. Okay, 14 times 2 is 28 minus 250. What does our price equal? Price equals 250 minus 20 is 230. 30 minus 8 is 22, so 222. If you're like, what the hell are you doing? Don't even worry about it because calculators rule. Oh, 222, that's a good number. What does that mean in numeracy? I don't know. I'll get back to you, but I like it. So remember, our first price was 236. Our second price is 222. Our question, how much does the price decrease? So I take the larger price, the first price of 1 snig, and I subtract the second price, because remember, when demand goes up, price goes down. When price goes up, demand goes down. 236 minus 222 is, I think, 14. 236 minus 222, 14. The price needs to decrease. 14. Bozats. Sorry, it's not dollars. Why are you telling me Bozats? 14 Bozats. Let's do the next part. Number 2. Solve the price demand equation for X in terms of P. What? Okay. Solve the equation for X. Whenever you see that, solve the equation for X, that means they want you to write it with X equals in the beginning of the equation. This equation does not have X in the beginning, it has P, but we just need to rearrange some things. We need X alone. Remember, we got the left side, we got the right side. The easiest thing for me to get rid of is the opposite of positive 250. This is positive 250. The opposite is negative 250 minus 250. That gives us P minus 250. I know it's a little confusing because here I write it up and down, but then you just write it straight across, just like what you read. P minus 250, P minus 250. You're like, if she says P minus 250 one more time, I'm gonna. 14x, do not forget that negative sign or it will fuck you over. Now, I know that there is a multiplication point, a secret FBI conspiracy theory multiplication in between the letter and the number, but it's not a conspiracy. It's actually there. It's not a conspiracy. We divide by what? Negative 14. We divide both the P, this gets a little confusing too, and the negative 250 by 14. Let me erase these little lines. Okay, we're back. So P over negative 14, I can't do anything about that. That just stays in that weird thing. Negative 250 divided by negative 14. It's going to be a positive number. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. It's 17.8. It's positive 17.8 equals boop, X. This is our price demand equation in terms of X.